I found really interesting. I ain't gonna lie, it pissed me off a little bit. So I want to read verbatim what Keyshawn Johnson had to say about the USC and Notre Dame ending this rivalry. I may go over time here, pardon me, because we have to cover this appropriately. He says this: I don't know what the F is going on with our athletic department. This is quoted as well. We got people in here that are not Trojans. That don't know anything about being a Trojan. Running our athletic department. We got a head coach that knows nothing about being a Trojan. Johnson said, "Why don't we just not play football? How about that? We're not going to play Notre Dame until possibly 2030." Is what I'm understanding. That doesn't make any sense. I grew up on the Notre Dame USC rivalry, and I'm not one to go in on my athletic department, nor am I want to go on the USC football coach. But if I can remember correctly, I had Lincoln Riley saying, well, I don't know if I want to play that team in the future. Y'all ain't going to be here in the future, especially if you keep missing these playoffs. You're not going to want to be here in the future. I promise you that. Here is my issue with people like Keyshawn Johnson. Keyshawn Johnson covers the NFL. I'm not sure how in tuned. I would figured he would be pretty well in tuned and in the know of things going on with university or things going on at the collegiate level. But also, what I didn't read from that rant that he had, and rightfully so, I understand it, he bleeds USC. What I didn't read from that rant is him making the comparison, and yes, in the 70s and the 80s, we can argue early 2000s, what this rivalry means. But to me, I'm going to be honest, when I think about great rivalries in college football, I think about the Iron Bowl. I think about the big game. Damn, I miss Bedlam this year. Right? I think about the Civil War. Those are the games I think about when I think about rivalries. Not saying that USC and Notre Dame aren't a rivalry. I think about the Red River rivalry. But I kind of place that there because it's an important rivalry. You think about the drive, the event is outstanding, but these are middle of the season or towards the end of the season rivalries versus the last game of a season type rivalry, at least as of recent. And while I do understand this frustration, I'm not sure if this has been communicated to Keyshawn Johnson. Maybe it has been, maybe he don't care, but I'm going to communicate this to you. Why in God's name would USC schedule a match with Notre Dame when Notre Dame has an agreement with the College Football Playoff Committee that if they're a top 12, they're guaranteed to be in the College Football Playoff? Why in the hell would you schedule them on your schedule? Because believe it or not, Keyshawn Johnson, USC outperformed this year, in my opinion. They did a grand job. Lincoln Riley did an outstanding job in a conference that is really difficult to win it. They did an outstanding job this year. A couple games go their way. The Illinois game go their way. And I know, if it was a fifth, we'll all be drunk. We all know that saying, right? But they had a couple of the Notre Dame game, I do have to blame some of the play calling from Lincoln Riley. But that game could have really went the other way. But why in the hell would you schedule a team with that type of agreement? Because now if you're looking at, 11th seed USC or 10th seed USC, and you're looking at 11th seed Notre Dame, who's getting in, buddy? Notre Dame is getting in, buddy. So why in the hell would you put them on your schedule? I don't get it. I understand the rivalry means so much to you. And it means a lot to a lot of us if they can continue the rivalry, but there are more important rivalries, brother. And if Notre Dame has this agreement with the CFP, the hell with them. I'm not putting them on our schedule if we have any chance of making a college football playoff. Why? Because if it's between us and them, they're going to choose them. Just like this year was between them and Miami. With that agreement that they had that starts next year, if they started this year, Miami would have been out, even though they won a head-to-head. That's why you don't schedule a team like Notre Dame on your schedule. I respect the hell out of Lincoln Riley and that administration for not scheduling them on a schedule with that type of agreement. I'm off my soapbox now. I'm done with my rant, and we definitely going into overtime. My apologies.